mustn't forget about those chicken wings. Ooh, yeah. Time to open another warp store. I like it when it warp storms. Makes me feel cozy. The voices have always been there. The whispers in the warp have not silenced. Hell turkeys are not chicken wings. They are a lesser cousin, which need to be devoured. Mini Wargamer Dave here from MiniWargaming.com. Welcome, Wargamers, to the Shrine of Chaos. If this is your first time watching the Shrine of Chaos, then you're in for a nice surprise, because in the course of this live show, there's going to probably be some talking of miniature wargaming, some eating of chocolate, and some showing off of miniatures. One of these three things doesn't exist in this show, then it's not a true Shrine of Chaos. Oh, yeah. And there's going to be some Tau bashing, because Tau's not allowed in the Shrine of Chaos. In fact, Mystics is the Sword of Justice wielder, and he will rain vengeance upon any who speak blasphemous terms throughout the chat or even afterwards when the video is posted. If you don't think I'm serious, why do you think that all of those comments that had those said words in them don't exist anymore? And if they do exist, these people have demon princes that visit them in their sleep, and they kind of take away parts of their soul. And when that happens, that allows you to become the true person that you were meant to become. And I'm just going to talk about the show. I'm rambling on way too much right now. So it's so good to be back. Man, is it ever good to be back. I went to Valhalla with Matt. We had a great time. I am going to show you a whole bunch of stills that I got from the short film that we made when we were there. It was incredibly fun. That's my highlight of going to Valhalla. That is a tradition that we've started. It's to do collaborative video with the other wargaming YouTubers, and to make one video where we all combine forces and create this piece of wargaming art that we can all enjoy because we love it so much. That's why we go to Valhalla. It's to play games, eat food, and make videos. Well, that's why I go. I like it, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. We're going to have a Chaos Comment Bomb as well. I'm not going to tell you who, but I will tell you that it will be someone from Valhalla, because I didn't know their channel existed before that, and it's very important that we know that this channel exists, because they're a couple of good guys. They're really good, and they add to the wargaming community, so they need to have proper respects paid to them. And when I say that, I'm not talking about kind of like putting a hit on them and taking them out. That's the totally opposite. Just get your mind out of that and get it back in here where it really matters. Speaking of Valhalla, I'm going to be talking about my Space Wolves a little bit, because the army is ever growing so very fast and quickly and awesome, and I love it. And the faster it grows, the better and bigger the battle reports that I can create with it. So it's a good thing, very good thing. What is the model count? This is going to be a shorter Shrine of Chaos. I'm just going to be talking about a few things, and I'll jump back into the swing of things in a couple of weeks. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm back, I'm getting back into the groove of things, and we're going to have a lot of fun up until... Nope, that's never going to end. We're going to continue to have fun for a long time. Let's read some of the comments here. And next week will be called Shrine of the Farsight Enclave. Hey guys, I hear a commercial. Ooh, commercial, what? For what? Is it good seeing you back, Dave? Oh, it is good seeing you back. Yes, it's good to see you too. I don't actually see you, I just read you. I don't even do that either. I'm reading what you're saying to me. That's the most accurate of what's happening right now in front of our faces. Somebody put WarGamerGirl with a question mark. Yes, Miranda was there, and yes, she was part of the video. In fact, she was a big part of the video, so much so that when I show you the promotional poster for it, you're going to see her on the poster because she plays the villain, if you will, which is great. She makes a good villain because it is true acting in that case, because in real life she's very nice. I don't see all. The person who said that, that's a lie. I see many things, and the things that I see, I definitely see, but I don't see all. Yes, promotional poster. And if you had a speaking part in the short film, then you will be credited. If you don't have a speaking part, then it's just going to be a general credit saying thanks to the Wargamers, because there was quite a few Wargamers in the video. And for me to track them down, it would be rather difficult. But if you, like I said, if you had lines, then it's kind of like in a film, when you have speaking lines, you're one of the principal actors. Just wondering whether the Chaos Common Bomb was WarGamerGirl. I'm not going to tell you yet because that would ruin the surprise. So, I'm not going to tell you. But what I will do is show you this in the meantime. This, my friends, is the Imperial Armor book. The one that says War Machines of the Lost and the Damned. Now this focuses a lot on Chaos, and I'm very excited about that because it's essentially my new Chaos Codex without it being the Chaos Codex. I'm going to devour this like I devour chicken wings, and it's going to be glorious, and I will love my life as I'm doing so, and I'm not going to do it interrupted like what happened 2 years ago at Valhalla, how I was trying to do it but I couldn't. So I'm just going to go into a room all by myself and just read it with a flashlight, and it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait. I'm not abandoning the wolves, though, because I still need to play more games with those. And I've played a good amount of games so far, and I will continue to play more. But take a look at this. This here is Stormclaw. I plan on doing an unboxing video for that. I know it's a little later than its release, but you know what? It's still good to do because people are getting this all the time. It's kind of like when Dark Vengeance came out. I did an unboxing video for that, and I actually made that unboxing video a week before it was actually released. And I did that because it was back when we had the store, and they would send us products before they were released. But I didn't put the video out until after it was released because that was one of the stipulations. But because I did that, I made an unboxing video of the actual starter set when it came out. The video got a lot of views because it was popular. So now I'm actually contemplating whether or not I should make the video for Stormclaw because it's past the time. It's already done and over with. But I think just for fun purposes, I'll make the video because those videos are fun to make. It's all just goofiness. Opening up a box and seeing the models inside and talking about the models on the sprue, it kind of seems like a silly thing. But when you think about it, it's not a silly thing. You're opening up a lot of happiness. And there's a mini rule book in there, and that's very important as well. Now, the cube. Yes. Thank you, Thavian. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that now. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. Stay right there. Hold your seat. Thavian was the last to have this. He sent it back. And take a look at what he did to it. He modified it. He installed a chaos symbol on the inside. And it's made out of metal. So that makes us happy. And I'm going to take out the scroll here. And I'm going to read what he wrote. This is the scroll. Prince Thavian. There it is. So who do we have so far? We have Sketh, the Builder of Chaos. We have Cody Rue, Orc War Boss Extraordinaire, and Prince Thavian. And then we have Conquer, Champion of Chaos. So that's 4. 4 people so far have been sent the cube. This is the cube inside. And how this works is, when this box is sent to you, you write your name on the scroll and you send it back. It's that simple. But only a true follower of Chaos should sign the scroll. Because not just anyone can do it. Because it's all part of this thing that we like to call cohesion. It's important. Should I do that now? You know, I'm going to look and see. Snazzy. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I am going to give this to... I'm going to give this to Drewski, because he collects chaos. And he is close by. And since he's close by, he can sign it relatively soon. And that'll be a good excuse for him to get in here so that we can do a battle report. Because battle reports with Drewski are cranked up in terms of the banterness. And it's a lot of fun. So that's what I'm going to do. He's the next on the list because he's contributed a lot to the wargaming community. And he gets people in shape. He's a personal trainer. So he infuses the world with positivity. That's what I'm going to do. That's the final decision right now in the Shrine of Chaos. That's where it's going to sit. Now, let's take a look, if you guys would humor me here, let's take a look at the Princess Wargamer. What is the Princess Wargamer, you should ask? It is the short film that we made at Valhalla. It is very exciting. I had a lot of fun being in it and collaborating with the other YouTubers, my friends, and the wargamers at Valhalla. I tried to get as many people as I could as part of the video. That was very important to me because this is the second year in a row that we've done this, that we've made a video collaboration, including a lot of people at Valhalla. And at the day after we shot it, Chung and I sat down and Chung edited it and we screened it the following night to get the reaction of everyone who was in it. And let me just say, man, that's my favorite thing about it, is to see that reaction. It's to get that instant feedback and satisfaction of everyone just enjoying what they were a part of and the thing that they built and the thing that we built together. And that's what makes Valhalla so awesome, is that everyone's together and everyone gets to contribute and be a part of this film. So take a look at this. This is the promotional poster. There's a lot of references to Monty Python and The Princess Bride in this movie. And it's short. It's a short film. It's about 10 minutes or so. But it's jam-packed with a lot of goodness. A lot of goodness, let me just say. And it was a blast, man. It's so much fun to make these. This is my favorite type of video to make, is the short film video. Miranda was awesome. She was the nemesis. I fight her in this, and she's great because she's up for anything, and those swords were a lot of fun to wield. So do you guys want to see some pictures, some stills from the film? I'm going to go ahead and show those to you. Starting with, let me see here. Let's turn this off. And here. First one is Chung. I'm resuscitating my brother here. Yeah. Chung breaks out the kung fu in this, and so this was the first scene, and we just do some wacky things in this scene. But we wanted to create some sort of fight scene, and we were trying to think of ideas and things that we could do to make it unique. And the thing that we came up with, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but the thing that we did come up with was something that I've never seen before. So hopefully when you guys see this, you'll enjoy it, and it'll be something that you'll remember. All I'll say is that it was fun doing it. All right, let's see. Dan's in the video, and his role is amazing. Yeah, only he could have done what he did in the film, because Dan is Dan. And because Dan is Dan, he just lends his Dan-ness. I can't keep a straight face looking at that face. Look at Dan's face in this. Doesn't that just like give you warm fuzzies? And yes, caused by his beard, which is now back. I am not hanging from a rafter. I am jumping in the air, about to slice something. That's what's happening here. Can you guys hear? Are you getting no sound right now? Do you get sound? I just want to do a quick sound test here. Just leave a comment in the chat if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, then I was going to say don't leave a comment, but that doesn't make any sense. I can hear you. Okay, so you guys can hear me. Good. Here's Matt. He's doing a little singing. He's actually not doing singing here. You'll understand why he's doing this when you see it. It'll make complete sense. But he was playing games a lot. So he had a smaller part in this. I would say it was like a bit part. It was a cameo. But I wanted him in it. It was important to me that he was in it. So he had a nice close-up of what's happening here. It's funny because I want to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you, because if I tell you too much, then it's just not fun. Let's see. Shawn's in it. Now, in the film, Shawn gives me a sword, and with this sword, he basically bestows license to fulfill my quest. And you'll find out what my quest is. And the quest is basically a misinterpretation of something else. And that won't make sense until you see it. But let's take a look at some of the other shots here. This is Miranda and I. We were fighting on a rooftop right here. And this was amazing. Now, Miranda, if she's taken dance when she was growing up, and so she has her physical abilities are very good. I did not take dance, and I haven't done any sort of training like that. I basically just act stupid and hope that it looks passable. But let me just say, when you're swinging swords around, if you have long hair, it makes it look better, because it just kind of shows like the motion through the wind. So that I'm happy about. And yes, we were on a rooftop right here, and it was the best. We were losing daylight at this point, and so we had to do this quickly, but it was still epic nonetheless. And I just can't wait to show you guys. I'm working on the audio right now. Chung did a rough cut, and what I'm doing is I'm remastering the audio because there was sound effects and things like that I wanted to improve. And also the scene with Dan, unfortunately, there was a lot of wind on the mic, and so we're redoing that audio. We're doing some ADR, and I want to make it as good as possible because the sound was so bad in that scene that I contemplating just taking it out entirely. But the problem is, if I take it out, then the title of it doesn't make any sense because it's the Princess Wargamer, and obviously that's spoofing Princess Bride. But if we take out the scene that pays homage to Princess Bride, it doesn't really make sense. So I wanted to do my utmost to salvage the scene, and so I sent Dan the dialogue and the scene to try to sync it as best as possible. So he's working on that, and I'm also going to do my part and redo it because to me it's worth it. I really want to make it so Dan's scene is in it because look at this. Who doesn't want to see Dan in the film? I mean, people love Dan. I love Dan. I miss Dan. I wish Dan was around. We should start a campaign where we just get Dan back here. We should just develop an army made up of ourselves, and we're going to go to his home in Calgary, and we're going to bust down his door, and we're going to fill his room as he's sleeping, and we're just going to piggyback on top of each other. And when he wakes up, he's going to be looking at this cultist group of eyes staring at him, and he's going to be so freaked out that he's not going to want to be in that house anymore, and he's going to come back here. That's what's going to happen. I guarantee it. In fact, we could probably do it next Tuesday, but that's really up to whether or not he's working that day. I think he might be working. And if he is working, then the whole plan is shot. But anyway, yeah, I miss Dan. And yeah, so that's it. That's the Princess Wargamer. That's a sneak peek. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be released soon, next week. And there's going to be behind the scenes and the reaction video as well that you'll be able to see if you're a Vault member. And it's basically our way of saying thank you to Shawn for hosting. Thank you to Blue Table Painting for hosting Valhalla and for making it a thing that we can go to and look forward to on a yearly basis and get together and have fun and play games and be ourselves. It's a wargaming retreat. It's the top tier gaming experience if you play tabletop games. If you consider playing a game in your basement on your coffee table using candlestick holders as terrain pieces, that's the very bottom, and the very top would be Valhalla because it's an all-inclusive vacation, essentially, is what it is. So, yeah, absolutely. Okay, I think it's about time we do one of these. A Chaos Comment Bomb. For those of you who don't know what a Chaos Comment Bomb is, it is this. I'm going to post a link to a YouTube video in the chat. If you're watching the video afterwards, it'll be in the video description. Click on this link. When you're brought to that video, we're going to leave a comment on that video. And the comment could be something like, the Eye of Terror sees you, the Shrine of Chaos welcomes you, Dave says hi and likes his life because he's looking at your channel. You don't have to say that, but something. Just leave something. There it is. So, for those of you who haven't heard of 40K Amateur Hour, this is 40K Amateur Hour. They were at Valhalla. It's a YouTube channel, wargaming channel, hosted by Chad and James. Great guys. They gave me a t-shirt. In fact, the t-shirt that I'm wearing in the short film is the t-shirt that they gave me. So it's kind of paying homage to those guys. And they were there, and they contributed. And this video is a video about, it's a time-lapse video of Valhalla, and so it's us gaming. And so you'll see like everyone in the video, you'll recognize people in it. And that is the large area that we gamed in. And if there was a fire there, those pillars would fall down. And I don't even know why I'm saying this. I'm just looking at a bunch of wood and I'm thinking of burning it. Such a pyro. Ridiculous. But anyway, I'm going to look at the comments here, because I like seeing the comments updated as they come up. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. All these new and fresh comments coming their way. I hope that the comments are connected to their phone. And I've said this in the past, and the reason why I say this is because the phone is going to go nuts. It's just going to burn a hole in their pocket. It's going to sear their leg and scar them. And they will know that it was the Shrine of Chaos that did it. And it's because of all of us. We were all a part of it. I don't want to die without any scars. What movie is that from? That's a good movie. That's my favorite movie. All right. That is the Chaos Comment Bomb. Fun stuff. I like it. I'm a fan of it. I miss his beard, to be honest with you. So, if we're talking about Dan here, yes. Dan has his beard back, and it's very good, because Dan is Dan again. Because he wasn't Dan for a while. When he shaved his beard, it didn't feel the same. When he shaves, he looks like he's 20. He's got the beard. He looks like he's 30. He looks like a man as opposed to a guy. So you think of a guy, he's not a boy and he's not a man. He's just kind of in between, right? So that's what the hair does. All right, so what's next on the list? Is there anything next? Yes, there is an update. What is the update? Wolf Scars. Yeah, let me talk to you about Wolf Scars. So I've ordered, for those of you who are not sure what Wolf Scars is the short film that I'm working on that we're going to be filming in the new year. And it's going to have Steve and I, Steve, Mini Wargamer Steve, and we're going to be fighting each other. And it's a story of two wargamers that are fighting each other, and it depicts what happens inside their minds as they're fighting each other. So what you imagine when you're playing against someone, what happens in your mind, just imagine if that was extrapolated and it was projected onto a screen. That's what's going to happen in this short film. I've got a director of photography for it, makeup artist, and there's going to be sound, and it's a small production. It's over and above anything that we do here at Mini Wargaming, and it's going to be a short film that is available. That is going to be an actual film for purchase. And the reason why is because if it works that way, then it's viable to make more of them, because that's what I really want. My dream is for Mini Wargaming to become a production studio, but more than what it already is, because it is that. If you think about it, Mini Wargaming is the producing studio that produces web series, and those web series are Battle Reports and other series as well. Life of a Wargamer would be considered a web series on IMDb. So that's what I want. I want to be able to create films and make them bigger productions. And so if it supports it, if the community supports it, then we'll create more of them, because that's where, in my humble opinion, that's where the true creativity can really be unleashed, is in the form of film. Battle reports are fun, and they're the bread and butter of what we do. Without them, we wouldn't exist, because that's why people watch them, is because everyone plays the game. They want to see how it's played. They want to see the models and the miniatures. They want to see the tactics. They want to see the players interact with each other. Those will never end. Those are going to be a constant. But the new thing that I want to implement is the short film type of content. And this is the type of content that won't be created on a weekly basis or even a monthly basis, but it'll be created more often than it is now. And so that's why I'm excited to show you the Princess Wargamer, and I'm going to be putting that one on YouTube to show you guys kind of what we want to do. That's the type of thing that we want to do, but only better than that. I would say better because we have the equipment to do better quality than that. That was filmed in a day and edited in a day. And when I'm talking about the Wolfscar short film, it's not going to be filmed in a day. It'll take longer than that because everything, the lighting and the sound and the shots, everything needs to be blocked in properly, and the production quality will be bigger and greater. Wardrobe, we need to prepare that, and so since all this time and effort is going to be put into it, the what we get back from it needs to balance. It can't just be we're spending all the resources and making this. And so that's why we're going to be putting it in the vault. And like a movie that you get and that you pay for, we'll create a trailer for it. And those who aren't vault members can sign up for a trial to see it. And so it's the same model as what we have right now for the battle reports. There's some in the vault and there's some on YouTube. So that's the goal. That's what we want to do. And it'll be exclusive content that you can only get on Mini Wargaming in the Mini Wargaming Vault, and that's the idea. So, okay. Are we having problems with sound? Because there seems to be people. Maybe it's Twitch. Maybe it's Twitch right now. I'm not going to blame myself because when you start that self-deprecation, you go down a road of like really bad behavior that it's hard to recover from. So let's not do that. But what I will do is this: I'm going to open up the floor to some Q&A. And here's the number. So if you want to call in, ask a comment or question that is related to chaos, or that is related to anything, actually. It doesn't have to be related to chaos. Then please do call, and I will accept your call. And I'll ask you a keyword question. And if you get the answer right, then you can continue to have your voice being heard in the Shrine of Chaos. But if you answer it incorrectly, then I'm sorry. You're going to have to be booted, because this is a sacred place that only certain people can enter. Welcome to the Shrine of Chaos. Do you collect Tau?
No, I do not now, nor will I ever collect Tau, Dave.
That sounds like the heavy support voice of Mr. Fabian.
How are you doing today, my brother?
I'm doing excellent. And I'm going to tell you something without telling you something.
Okay.
All I'm going to say is, no one knows. And so we need to keep it that way.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I have a question about your upcoming movie efforts, though. Are you going up to Field of Demon Prince?
Am I going to what? Sorry? About Field of
You're going to make a sequel to the original effort you did called To the Demon Prince?
Oh.
It's still one of the highest rated videos on your site.
It's the highest viewed video on our YouTube channel. Oh, it's so funny. Because if you look at the quality of the video, it is not good quality. It's one of those videos that was grandfathered in to the whole infrastructure of the channel and of YouTube when they were just first starting to get popular, and our channel when it was first starting to get popular. So, but it is a relic. So if you haven't seen it, we recommend that you watch it. To Field a Demon Prince is the first short film that I made, and it features Joe. And if you don't know who Joe is, then he's been gone way too long, which is a sad story. But if I do make a sequel to Field a Demon Prince, then it'll for sure include Joe, because he's the key. He needs to be in. He's the other half of that short film, really.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. You should definitely get him out there. Maybe when he's done doing his One Tough Mudder thing and making glass and stuff. I know he's a glazer, as I recall.
That is a good idea. I like that a lot. You know what? Yeah.
There you go.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good idea. You know what? I'm going to write this down. I'm going to write this down, man, because...
You better write it down because you have your infamous 5-second memory being sucked into the warp thing.
Okay, but when I write it down, it goes from 5-second memory to long-term memory, and when it's in long-term, I don't forget it. That's the secret of the universe that no one knows.
My mom has asked me to say hello to you. She wants you to wave at her. Can you wave at my mom on the screen?
Hi, Beth. I see you. Yeah, that's right. I see you blinking and smiling. I can see it. You are a good person that infuses happiness into people's lives, and that's what I'm feeling right now. And as soon as Thavian said that, I just got this jolt of fuzzies. And so that is the consequence of you looking at me looking at you. I gotta finish writing this before I forget.
Thank you for that, Dave. Thank you for that, Dave. All right. Well, I wanted to talk to you for a second. It's been a while since Valhalla. I'm starting to miss you guys already. Can't wait for next year.
I know. It's the year went fast, but the Valhalla itself just came and went, and that went fast as well. But what is your comment or question?
I don't have any specific comment or question. I just missed you and wanted to say hello. So I will clear the airwaves for another Wargamer.
All right. Well, hello, and it's always good having you in the Shrine of Chaos. You are my brother, and with your heavy support guns, it's important that we shoot them at least once a day, because
Yes.
this is the key. I gotta get you to listen carefully, okay?
Okay, all right.
We learn by dying, brother.
We do learn by dying. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yes, that is the motto.
All right, man. You're always welcome back in the Shrine of Chaos. We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Davian's the man. He is the heart and soul of his YouTube channel, which he has now, by the way, which is Warp Wide Wargaming. And I'm going to accept another call because this is fun. Welcome to the Shrine of Chaos. Do you collect Tau?
I only collect Tau to loot their bodies from my orbs and to smash them on the side.
Then that is a definite ticket to the Shrine of Chaos. How are you doing today, my brother?
Very well, sir. How are you?
Excellent. And what is your name, good sir?
I'm Cody, also known as Alpha Space Wolf.
Alpha Space Wolf. Well, if you're going to be the dog, you got to be the top dog. There's no other way about it.
Yes, I agree, Data. Absolutely.
And what is your Chaos comment or question, or comment or question?
Well, I had an idea for my Chaos Space Marines. I don't know if you've ever touched on this, or if you've thought about this, but the Hell Cult formation. If you take Typhus as your HQ, you can nominate your cultists as plague zombies, which then gives them the 5-up feel no pain, on top of making them fearless, which the Hell Cult formation already does. So, 100 cultists, 70 with your Hell Brute with a twin-linked las cannon and missile launcher, and then you run the other 30 cultists with Typhus up the field to cause damage.
So you're just wondering my thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, does that sound viable? I mean, is it,
It's,
I don't know.
I'll answer it, and I'll just say this. I'm just going to respond to it by saying this. I have in my possession approximately 270 cultists and zombies. And, when I said that out loud, it's kind of ridiculous, but it makes sense. So, I love it. I love the Hell Cult formation, and I love bringing zombies. When you say, is it viable? It does lack firepower. That's the only thing I'll say. Would it be incredibly fun to bring and just tar pit the snot out of your opponent and see their face and just watch them faint because they're just going to be fighting you all day long? That might be fun to see, but it does need more firepower because with your Hellbrutes, you only have certain options, and then you got Typhus. He also has his psychic abilities, but like him by himself, because those are the only hard-hitting things, is those three things, really. Unless you bring multiple Hell Cult formations, then, but even still, you're relying only on your Hellbrutes for your heavy support. I would bring Plague Marines as some support because they can bring plasma guns. That might be good.
Right.
Yeah.
I do that as well, and also throw them in rhinos so we can get up the field faster, and throw dirge casters on the rhinos so there's no overwatch from this nasty Tau.
That's a very good thing, yes. And you will see Dirge Caster portrayed in a very different way in the Princess Wargamer.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's fun.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for it too, man. Like I can't even tell you. Like that's going to be a good day. But thank you very much for putting those thoughts of zombies from Typhus in my mind, because that makes me happy as well. In addition to Beth Jinkerson.
All right, awesome. Thanks for talking to me, Dave.
You're always welcome back in the Shrine of Chaos, brother.
Later.
All right. What do you think? Should I do one more? Yeah? Okay. I'm not talking to no one. There is someone here. Just so you know. She's just not making any noise. If there's another call that comes in the next 10 seconds, we'll say that. If it doesn't come in, then it wasn't meant to happen. I'm doing like a mental countdown in my mind right now. Oh, okay, that was like maybe 3 seconds. Okay. Third time's a charm. We are going to do this. Oh, by the way, see you later, Mike. Not you. You're not Mike. You're someone else. Do you collect Tau? Welcome to the Shrine of Chaos. Do you collect Tau?
No.
You don't collect Tau. Then you may enter. What is your name?
My name?
Yes.
Heretical ammo.
Theoretical ammo?
Heretical, yes.
Heretical, yes.
Yes.
Yes. And what is your Chaos comment or question?
Currently I've been making a couple of Space Marine armies. I am wondering, would you have any recommendations for a pure Slaanesh Chaos Space Marine army with Damon's allies?
I can tell you off the bat that Warp Talons are good because they're your good Space Marine counterpart. And you got to put Veterans of the Long War on them, so they're re-rolling a lot, and they're attacking first. They're attacking first as well, and it's just a beautiful sight seeing them slice through a bunch of Marines. That for sure.
They're in the market.
Marcus Slaanesh on the Warp Talons, yeah, for sure. That's what I would do. Let's see, what else? I was going to say Demon Princes, but to be absolutely honest, my experience with Slaanesh is limited, and because it's limited, I can't give you a good, you should bring this scenario. All I know is that Warp Talons with Marcus Slaanesh are a way to go, and if you don't have any, add them to your army, for sure. Because that's what I do in just regular games.
Yeah, because I actually do have a full 10-man squad of Warp Talents, because I usually give them the Mark of Khorne, and just seeing them rip apart absolutely everything in their way, it's just an amazing sight to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's kind of beautiful. Yeah. It's like a symphony of blood.
It is. Blood will flow everywhere.
And it does. And it's on everything, and we don't even clean it up.
No. It's good where it is.
It's an everyday thing, yeah.
There's a lot of Khorne berserkers recently, but yeah, I was mainly asking because, just like as you said, my experience with Slaanesh is also limited. I was just wondering if you had anything that you would recommend, you know, it's a little bit easier.
Daemonettes as well, I know that they're good because they have rending, and so that makes it useful. So I would bring them as well. You're going to probably want to bring some Psychers so that you can just summon them. I would bring them, and I would also summon them specifically.
That makes
Yeah, rending is fun. Anything that rends or shreds is just it's happiness in my books.
Now, would you say getting the icon of excess?
That's the feel no pain?
It's yes, the feel no pain.
Yes. That is a good thing to have as well. What would I do, though? Because I've done the comparison before. I've done the numbers on just like a regular Chaos Space Marine squad with Marcus Lanesh and Icon of Excess, giving them feel no pain. And then actual Noise Marines. And which one was better? And I think that the Noise Marines won out. I think they did because of their weaponry. And if you're going to do it...
Yeah,
it just
blasters and the blast masters.
Yeah, just go all the way. That's what I would recommend. They are more expensive,
right,
but it's not about the cost. It's about what you kill. That's what I think. So, my 2 cents.
I know one thing for sure. Eldrick will always kill something.
Did you say Helldrake?
Yes, the Helldrakes.
Yeah, they're also a good addition to your army, and if you don't have one, I would recommend getting one. But from the sounds of
I
it,
actually do have one. I got one fairly early. And ever since I got one, almost all of my friends I play against, which is Space Marines, Eldar, and even Tau every once in a while, just all constantly regret it.
Yeah, it's one of those that just don't argue with me because I have a Hell Turkey.
Yeah, as soon as that comes up, you better try to shoot it down, or also get mowed by all the Marines. You can do that too.
Yep, that can happen as well. But something very interesting, and this is a trap that I get stuck in all the time. And I got to tell you, because I don't know if you do this, but in the event that you might think of this in the future, when something fires at your Helldrake, and you're tempted to not jink so as to be able to fire your Bale Flamer in the subsequent shooting phase, I would say still jink. Because a non-firing Hell Turkey is still a Hell Turkey that's alive. So many times I'm like, 5-up invuln, it's going to be good enough, and I'm not going to jink because I want to fire that pie plate. Then he dies. So many times that's happened to me. So I would say...
Wait, can Hell Turkeys fire pie plates?
Sorry? But did you say pie plates? As in like Deafy?
Yeah, you said... Okay, yeah, you were talking about Deathy. I thought you were talking about the Hell Chicken.
No, I was talking about Helldrakes, but I was talking about their Bale Flamer, their Torrent template weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, not blast templates. That would be amazing if they could do that. Absolutely amazing.
Giving them even more weaponry would be great.
But you know what I would recommend as well? See this? I'd recommend getting one of these and dining at the table of devouredness, because this is going to be a lot of fun seeing what this has in store for us. Because I've thumbed through it a little bit, and everything that I've seen so far, every new unit and model that I see here is just incredibly exciting. So it was around, I don't even remember when I got it. I think I didn't have a chance to read it. All I know is that it came in, and then I had to go somewhere for a good amount of time, and then now I finally have a chance to sit down and go through it. But Steve had a good reaction to it too. He was kind of like, "Oh man, I want to collect Chaos now, but I'm not going to because I don't collect Chaos." But he was tempted to. That's how good it is.
Yeah, I've started Chaos from the start, and I'm still going to collect more Chaos.
Yeah.
It's never going to be an ending thing.
It won't be. And one day, my collection will reach 40,000 points. And when that day comes, there's going to be a huge celebration, man. I tell you, it's going to be awesome. Some stuff is going to get blown up that day. I tell you.
It's a gigantic game fielding everything you have.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wouldn't that be nuts? Man. But you know what? It's got to be done. It's got to be done. I think it has to happen. That's got to happen before I die, for sure.
Like that, with that many points, how interesting would it be seeing a battle report over a Black Crusade?
That's essentially what that would be, right?
8 points. It would sound like it. That's for sure.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm getting a Titan in. Am I getting a Reaver? I'm either getting a Warhound or a Reaver. It's one of them. It's the Forge World one. I can't remember offhand which one it is.
Oh man.
I get them mixed up all the time.
Right.
But I will say this. I'm very close to 40,000 points because I just received another 1,500 points from a commission, and add that to the 34,000 points, plus the Reaver that's coming in. It's not that far off until 40,000 is reached. So that day is coming soon. Probably like within this year.
Nice. That is amazing.
It's going to be good, man.
Right now, I'm still planning on getting a what's the wow, I cannot believe I already forgot the name of it.
Is it a vehicle? Let's play 20 questions. Is it a vehicle?
Yes, it is a vehicle.
Is it a walker?
I believe it has the stats of a walker, but it's also a tank vehicle.
Oh, is it a Lord of Skulls?
Yes, that's it, the Lord of Skulls.
Ah, awesome.
I was planning on getting one of those fairly soon.
Lord of Skulls is good. And it's good for making people want to just cry. Really, that's the truth. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I won't lie about that. It's a very good thing to bring. And it's very.
Actually,
if you have OCD, then you'll like bringing it because he's 888 points.
yeah. With some cultists, I can easily fix that.
Yeah, so it's good.
But with
But him and Bellicor, man, and making this guy invisible, that's just mean.
oh yeah, I remember watching that game. That was also another model I really want to get.
Yeah, Bellicor is good to have as well. Absolutely. It looks like our time's up, man. Any last words?
All right then. Besides this, blood for the Blood God and skulls for the Skull Throne.
Couldn't have said it better, man. You're always welcome back to the Shrine of Chaos. Later, brother.
Later.
Thank you very much for tuning in this week in the Shrine of Chaos. Stay tuned 2 weeks from now when we return, and we're going to have more chaosy goodness. I'm not going to answer that, man. Sorry, out of time. We got some things to do before we go at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, I'm looking at a webcam. And that's the truth. You can't dispute it. It's going to happen. So if you're watching the recorded right now, the version, and you haven't done so already, click on the link below for the Chaos Comment Bomb so that you can leave a comment on the 40K Amateur Hour video where they were showing a time-lapse video of Valhalla, because you'll see everyone that was there and you'll just participate in the goodness. Chad and James are good people, and they are worthy of mention. Good guys. Chaos Box. The die cube is going to go to Drewski, so we'll see how that happens. And I think I should start maybe implementing a rule where you got to make a video of it once you get it, because that's just it's like what's in the box type of thing, you know. That's just a tradition. It's just purely for fun. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just the fact that you get to participate in this thing, in this tradition. Shrine of Chaos is all about traditions. See you in 2 weeks. Happy wargaming.